According to Jermell Charlo, he and his brother Jermall Charlo have received offers from both Eddie Hearn in the Zone and Matchroom USA and Bob Arum in Top Rank, and will consider both offers after his fight next week with Austin Trout. I guess he and his brother will sit down and crunch the numbers. We'll be back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And like I said, man, any fighter that signs, any black American fighter that signs with Bob Arum, I have no sympathy on them. So obviously Bob Arum going to front you a lot of money, and hopefully the Charlo twins are smart enough dealing with Bob Arum to have somebody read through that contract and see what they're getting themselves into. Like I said, I'm still going to consider being a fan, but it's hard knowing what they're going to get into if they don't double check behind themselves in those contracts. But you got to consider all offers. Eddie Hearn, I'm pretty sure they're going to consider, seeing what Eddie Hearn has to offer, and they might take the deal. Mikey Garcia is with Eddie Hearn and dealing with and meeting with Dana White damn near every day of the week. And we'll see what it comes of it, man. They're going to sit down and discuss these offers. And if they take them, they take them. It's not going to change my fandom, but I'm not having no sympathy on guys that's going to throw their life away, man, and throw their contract away, potentially, if they don't really read after those contracts and really know what other fighters is going through and knowing what they getting into. You got to look at the landscape of your division and got to ask, is Bob Arum going to get the fights that I want to get? Or he going to treat me like Terrence Crawford and have me fight on the ESPN Plus app and treat me like dog shit, and I'm going to be second fiddle to Vasily Lomachenko and shit like that. And hopefully it's stuff that they take into consideration. Do I know they're going to take that into consideration? I don't know. A lot of these fighters just see money, and I think a lot of these fighters are happy just making the money that they making. I think, guys like Crawford seeing, millions after making, probably 10, 20,000 with a promoter fighting on lower level fight cards. They happy just seeing the money. I think the money is the motivator. I don't think a lot of these guys, truly want to be great. I think they just want to see the M's going to their account. And we'll see if the Charlos take the same deal. Do they really want to be great? And can Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn help them be great on fighting on the Zone or ESPN? And if they take the deal, they absolutely probably believe that and believe the money is right. So we'll see what they say. They unlike Adrian Broner, they gonna sit down and consider the offers. We know Adrian Broner turned the deal away from Rock Nation down. He turned the deal away from a long time from Bob Arum down. When Bob Arum set him in the room and set a whole bunch of money in front of him, said, if you sign this contract, this money can be yours. He was smart enough not to take it. And he turned out Eddie Hearn his own the other week. So people say, well, his purses are this and that, and they trying to count his pockets. Obviously, he happy what he making, and he not, publicly scared to say that. So, and Eddie, Adrian Broner might be the smartest dude of them all. You got Hatman trying to say, his purses are revealed. Like I said, man, when Earl Spence fought Lamar Peterson's purse at 1.5, but he got paid $3.5 million. So at the end of the day, you can't just count people money and not know the ins and outs about boxing. Gary Russell made 1.4 versus JoJo Diaz and got all the live gates. So it's different ways that these guys are getting money outside of purses, even though these are regular Showtime fights. Some of these guys are getting live gates and getting, bonuses and stuff for that way. So you can't account that what they saying what their purses are with the commission. That's just a hard purse. So, everybody want to be a financial guru and count somebody else's pockets. But, shout out to the Charlo twins. If they get paid, young nigga get paid in my Dolph voice. So shout out to them, man. And they making money moves and power moves, and they being proactive in the sport of boxing. Being Box Nation called them two of the most boringest dudes a while back, to them being two of the most exciting dudes in the sport of boxing. And they courting all these offers and they getting that notoriety. And we sure know Bob Arum knows how to build a black American fighter to a pay-per-view star. And we'll see what he doing. We see what Eddie Hearn got into the cards. Let me know what y'all think about this. It's TBC and more. Y'all know what it is. We 10 toes down. We always everywhere. We on the boxing news. We grinding. We scratching. We clawing. We gone.